Hey guys, Ultra here. Welcome back to the channel. Doing a quick little settings video here for my Titan Army 32-inch curved VA panel monitor. Now this is the C32C1S. I'm partnering with Titan Army a little bit here just to preview this monitor for everyone. Again, included in my videos and specifically what this video is for then is just to show my settings. Now if you're familiar with my channel, what I do with my POV videos is in the pinned comment, I always include a settings walkthrough video, and that's what this video is for. So when I'm doing my gameplay videos on this monitor, demoing it, basically this can be your reference point coming back here so you know what my current settings are and just how I've set things up, right, with the monitor itself and on my desktop settings as well. Now, with that, I'm first going to show the monitor settings specifically here on the monitor. Now, this can be very short in this portion just because this monitor is one of those that very much limits what you can adjust when HDR is on. Now, again, I always have HDR on here, even when I'm doing desktop for desktop purposes. So, as you can see here, I'm already bringing the settings menu up. Right, you can see, right, I really can't make adjustments because again, this is one of those monitors that, like I said, when HDR is active, kind of shuts you out of most of the picture settings. Now, I do have HDR set to standard here. Again, it's kind of going through real quick so you can see the few things I can go through. This monitor does include ambient lighting, although that is not the lighting that you see here, right? Those lights are my Nanoleaf lights with the Nanoleaf 4D system driving those. Now again, as you can see here, right, there are brightness, contrast, various adjustments you can make. Again, you do get locked out of those with HDR on. Same thing with the color settings. So what you'll notice here as I get through this menu is that a lot of my settings here for this monitor I've set within my desktop settings, particularly the NVIDIA control panel. Now, kind of going through here just so you can see, right, some of these various other items here for the on-screen display. Um, Now, last but not least, right, this says have auto input switching and speakers as well. Now, I personally play with a headset, so I mean, as monitor speakers go, they're not bad. But yeah, and most monitor speakers I don't think are tend to be that good. So with that mostly headset, again, very limited in what you can adjust here if you're going to be mainly an HDR user, which is again what I am. So now what I've primarily adjusted are two things then when it comes to the picture you're seeing here for my desktop. Now first, if I bring up NVIDIA control panel, now actually I want to show my resolution real quick. So this is a 1440p monitor. I do have DLDSR active in terms of just having the options available and clicked on so that if I'm gaming I can turn the resolution up that way. Now I have refresh rate here and for most of my videos it'll be set to 144. This monitor is a 240 hertz monitor, but with recording and with my capture card it is at 144 here. Now, specifically, the thing I wanted to note when you're looking at any of these videos I do for this monitor, I do like color with my images, right? I like that vibrant image personally. So this monitor by default, it has a great image, but in terms of clarity, it doesn't, however, have a lot of, it's not very saturated. In my opinion, it's a little too dull by default. So what I've done here, what I do in NVIDIA control panel is I've turned, for my use case, digital vibrance up to 60% here. So that's one thing that helps, again, for my personal preference, and again, specifically the videos you'll be seeing when I'm doing my recordings for this. Now, along with that, I've also done an HDR calibration. I'm going to go through some of the initial settings here so you can see what that looks like. Effectively, when you're doing HDR calibration, you're given three screens, right, for black level, and then overall brightness on for Windows and for full screen. Now, in this, for minimum luminance, I have set this all the way down to 0. On brightness, for both brightness images, I set both luminance settings to 1000, right? So both screens here to 1000. And then finally on this last bit for color saturation, I have set this to 60. So again, I'm actually just going to go ahead and close out of this so I don't actually end up changing my profile. But So I have that set to 60, so I'm getting some extra, color boosting basically from both the calibration tool as well as what I've set in the NVIDIA control panel for this monitor. Again, that's just a matter of personal preference. Like I said, for me, especially compared to something like my LG OLED or other screens I've used, like I said, the image clarity is fantastic on this screen at native resolution. However, again, I just found the color is a little dull by default, so this is how I have corrected that. Now, with that, this is a pretty short video, but just wanted to show those primary things here for my desktop use case. So you're just aware of the settings I'm using. You can come to this for reference. Like I said, this will be in the pinned comment for all of my videos that I do, all my POV videos that I do on this monitor. And yeah, just to share some quick thoughts, I'm really enjoying it. Again, it's a very easy monitor to drive, being 1440p. Right, it's not 4K, but again, it's fantastic in terms of response time with a refresh rate, the 240 hertz. I do like the curve. It's 1500R curve here at this size, which I do think makes it feel pretty comfortable. The form factor for 16 by 9, I do like 32-inch. I think it's a good size. And I would even maybe say minimum size for most 16 by 9 monitors. I also have my 27-inch as well. And again, I think the best way to solve it for any monitor that you're using is just putting on a monitor arm helps with, you can bring it closer or further away as needed for your own viewing angle and distance. So anyways, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. It's a great budget alternative, particularly if you're looking for a good performing monitor at this size with these specs and particularly at the price point that they offer this. So a huge shout out to Titan Army for sending me this. And again, yeah, I will do an updated settings video if I happen to change any of these for future videos. But again, that'll be linked in the pinned comment for future videos if I ever did that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know if you have any questions at all about other, my settings here, or again, maybe questions about the mod or anything like that. And yeah, excited to be bringing you the POV videos for this. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. Please don't forget that like button and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.